So it feels like it's been ages since I've sat down in front of my computer to make a video, like an actual proper video. I think the camera, the new one, like I did film myself that one time with the two of them next to each other, and I transferred it over, and it took as long as it took because of the quality. And it got like all the way to the end, and it did what happened the first time I tried. Like when I got the camera, like it transferred like 99%, and then it like disappeared, and it kind of just really made me frustrated. And I'd already tried to do it to my phone, but I took a screenshot for the blog, and somehow by taking that screenshot it disconnected the app from the Wi-Fi, and at the time I could not remember what my new Wi-Fi password, what my new modem or whatever the password was, because I'd had to change it. Anyway, I then did the test on it, and I filmed Boss snoring for an hour and 16 minutes, and it worked. I haven't actually looked at trying to transfer. I've only just realised that now. It's interesting because I've been in this just floating state the last few days, sort of just like not doing anything, feeling perfectly fine, so to speak, like mentally and emotionally, just physically drained. And like I've got my, I don't even know if I've talked about it, come to think of it. I would have thought that I would have, but I also know I haven't made very many videos that go more than a minute or so in the last number of days. And that was just weird enough as it was on its own for me, because these videos are important to me. But there are times where, I guess like everyone else, I go through the, what the fuck does it matter? I don't really care. Who am I? I'm a nobody. Like, I'm just one little person in the world talking to myself and sharing it because, I don't know, I want to talk to somebody, you know. And then I guess I remember that's why I'm doing it, and it really is about pulling me in, because if I just, it's easy to snowball, you know, like, and when I say snowball, I mean rapidly stop doing things that are good for you, and believe you me, my ability to do that is very fucking, unfortunately, easy, good, high, whatever, wrong. Like, yeah, I have mountains of stuff to do, right? Like my washing pile is massive, yeah? I still have not programmed this vacuum cleaner correctly, and have not yet even had my house done, and yet I don't know how long I've owned it for, but like it's really rather fucking ridiculous in all honesty. Plus my lawns are fucking doing my head in, as is my driveway, and I actually do have the lawnmower now, and it's like I obviously I didn't do anything yesterday, being Sunday yesterday, right? So Monday yesterday. Right. Well, I'm just trying to think where I did what I was doing. So on Saturday I worked, but I had to let my client know I was going to be late because boss needed to go to the vet, yeah? Because on the Thursday I'd taken him to the vet, and I'd been like, I don't want his fucking toe cut off yet. I didn't swear, my bad. I was like, I still reckon it's the nail. I was like, I've been keeping an eye on it, yeah? And I was like, can we see what we can do with that? And I was like, I need a nail skin anyway. And this is because I'd had multiple people, Ellie especially, and her friend had been saying it to her and they were relaying it to me, tell me his nails were too long. And I was like, yeah, look, that's all well and good, yeah, but I don't do it, the vet does. And even when my vet saw him on Thursday, and there was 2 of them in there because he's big, yeah, they were like, they look long, but when you go to cut them, there's only a certain length they can remove because of the wick and the toe, right? Except for this big fucking swollen one, and that one basically had to be almost completely removed, so it took 2 people to hold him down, and they had to, like, it appears that the older I get, the less the more queasy I get with blood, and I guess because it's boss it was even worse, but the blood was pouring out because they had to cut the nails so fucking high. Then they had to use forceps to remove the rest of it. Now it's basically just like the shell of a nail on a raw nail bed. It's quite gross, I will be honest. So they had to wrap it all up, and that happened on Thursday. Now he had the foot bandage, and I had said I had to go out on the Saturday. What do I do? And they're like, you put a glove in it, you tape it up, don't let it get wet. And I'd totally forgotten I had my doctor's appointment on the Friday, which is on the other side of the city. And yeah, so they were very like, don't let it get wet. And I'm like, yeah, okay. They only charged me for the nail clipping, and I slipped it in with the other vet because I found out about the 10% discount when we had to take Boss out the back side gate to get him into my car, so we bypassed the other dogs. And I was like, so you guys have a 10% discount for pensioners? He's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting because, like, I've been coming here for 7 or 8 years, yeah, and I said, and I've been telling you all for a long time, all of you, especially my vet, that I'm on disability. That's why I don't work. Well, I do work, actually, now anyway. But yeah, so by the time I got back inside to pay, that's when they were like, oh, we had no idea, yeah, definitely add it, blah, 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 just charge the nail clipping. Anyway, I fucking came home and got stoned and did not think to put the fucking glove on before he wanted to go out to the bathroom, so that was a very awkward fucking thing, yeah. Anyway, I realised by Friday night, when it was just so gross, that I didn't really know what to do because everything had gotten wet, and I was just like, okay, this is fucked, yeah, it smelled bad. So I decided I would take him to the vet the following morning, right? And they opened at 9, and I was like, I'm just going to have to take him to the vet. I'm just going to be there and tell my client I'm going to be late. And that's caused an issue with me and Mandy because honestly, yeah, okay. So between her and I, basically what's happened, and this, I don't know if this is playing into it, I just think it's fucking bullshit, truthfully, but like, she's really, really good at her job. She is. I absolutely give that to her. I wouldn't want that job in a million years. But you can't let it go. And like, I was stressing about Boss, yeah, like everybody knows he's my absolute best friend in the world, and his foot was bandaged and damp, and I was just feeling bad because I had to go to my doctor, yeah. And I didn't really know what to do, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to re-put it in a glove and just deal with it in the morning. But Maddie called me, and by 9:30 on Friday night, she was obviously very drunk and stoned, right? and she talks to me in a way that's just really condescending when she's like that, and not the person that I was friends with in the past. But when I said, oh, I'm just going to have to let my client, I'm just going to have to let such and such know that I'll be late. Oh my gosh. She goes, oh, and like I can just hear it in my head, but she's like, oh, when was the last time you spoke to them? And she's asking me all these questions, and then she's like, oh, I guess it's okay. And I'm just like, you are not my fucking boss. I was like, I didn't ask you for permission. I wasn't actually bringing work into anything at all. I was just making that I'm going to have to take boss to the vet, yeah? The vet opens at 9, ergo, I'll be there at 9, I'll be late to work. Wouldn't actually have mattered who the fuck it was. My dog comes first, yeah? So anyway, she hung up on me and has refused to message back since then. So that was Friday night, and I just messaged her saying, from here on out, I will contact you when I need to, in writing, between business hours, when it comes to said client. But there is no need for us to have any conversation regarding work. I was like, I don't want our friendship to be over because you can't separate both. I was like, we've been friends for so many years. I'm not going to be micromanaged when I explicitly said that was not going to happen before I even agreed to meet them. But anyway, whatever. Doesn't affect me, my client. And if I've lost my friend, she's not really my friend. So what are you going to do, right? But in the mess of all of this, I had my profile activated and ended up with a email, like an inbox directly from someone, and they asked me for a meet and greet, which I did on the video, and they interviewed like 3 or 4 people, and they got back to me and they were like, none of the other people are suitable. Are you happy to do a one-off paid 3-hour shift to see how we get along? And I was like, yeah, of course. And that's tomorrow. So now my profile is definitely invisible. But yeah, so that would be cool if I get that. And yeah, but I've been thinking, like, I've been in this really sort of floating mood, and I was even saying it to my mother on message. I was like, I have so much to do, like my washing is piling up and the lawns need to be mowed, and I still need to figure out this fucking vacuum cleaner and just all sorts of stuff, you know. But I just feel exhausted in my body way, and I guess I like I said to Mum, I was like, I guess I've just been resting on the days I can so that I feel as good as I possibly can on the days that I am out, because it's like I want to have a life, you know, and if I get a shift for a few hours on a Wednesday morning, I mean, that would be awesome. And I'm finally going to see my friend from uni with the horses on Friday, you know, then I have work on Saturday. Sunday I will probably just sleep, right? So my life is getting busier. Another good reason why I need to fucking set my vacuum cleaner. My floor should be clean constantly, and more technology fucking with me. And I guess I've been second guessing a lot of stuff too. Like, I was really happy and excited to print out the instructions on how to use my camera, right? And I figure because of the fact that I want to keep this stuff, yeah, because of how often I've learned how to use something and then promptly forgot how to use something and then needed to learn it again, I was like, yeah, cool, I'm happy with this, yeah. I don't know, I had a conversation with the man who did my water filter and I really have just been second guessing it. I am vaguely having a memory of maybe mentioning this. I'll tell you what, my street has just changed so much, eh? Like, there's way more families with kids, but there's also some real fucking, like, hooligans. That makes me feel old. Is that the word still, hooligans? They fucking drive their cars up and down, just going mad sometimes. Like, I want the things I want done, but I'm also just wrecked, and it's like, my body has literally been telling me, like, you know, you need to rest. I've got an appointment with a cardiologist on the 23rd of May. I still haven't been to the fucking pharmacy. Like, I've got my pills in front of me, and I told myself that I would fill my pills while I talked, because I hate filling my fucking pills. And I am seriously considering just asking the pharmacy what it's going to cost for me to take in all the ones I've got and then to just do it for me each week moving forward. Because it's 12:13 in the afternoon on the 18th of April 2023, and I have not as yet had any of my medication besides the two Ritalin when I had breakfast. And I was awake at 7:30 naturally. I went to sleep. By the time I fucked around and everything after like uploading that video, it was like 9:15 I think I went to sleep. Somehow I did something with the meditation music I was listening to, and it was still playing first thing in the morning, and I'm not totally sure how, so I'm going to have to check that, because I didn't do it on purpose. Anyway, that must have helped, because, yeah, I was awake at 7:30, like I said, but I went back to bed to read and cuddle Boss after I went to the bathroom, and then, yeah, I am up and dressed, and that's about it. And when I say dressed, I'm like dressed in clothes I've worn for the last 2 days. Very much need to have a shower, but I figure I'm going to mow fucking lawns and clean my house. I may as well do that later, after. Anyway, I haven't remotely put any pills in this since talking, but I really need to fucking do it. And I really do actually want to put washing on. I want to do it. I got to remember that. It's like sometimes things, when they've become a chore in my mind, let's face it, doing the washing is a fucking chore, yeah? But I want clean clothes, so, you know, focus on that part, I guess, is what I need to do. I do hope Mandy comes around, but, like, I just can't deal with that. Like, I'm having a conversation with my friend about my dog. Like, I'm not asking your permission, you know? That's ridiculous. And for anyone who thinks I need to be, I really will clarify. I was very clear before I even went through with any of this. I'm not hired through my friend's company. I'm contracted through my own ABN number. And, yeah. Anyway, I am tired. I just feel exhausted all of the time. I've realised with my doctor's video that I uploaded that I should have recorded the end of it, obviously, because I did have to remove the end, because, like, and if it doesn't make any sense in the description of what I'm talking about, basically I had the realisation as I was writing it that in that moment it was my intuition saying pause the video, yeah? But I did not. and then had to remove it because she put our details, all of her details out there, and she probably might not care, but I don't know. I removed it. Anyway, but my point is, she did my checks again, and she's like, they're still high. So yeah. Anyway, I think I'm done for now. I'm at 20 minutes and 27 seconds. Talk later.